Hello YouTube and welcome to Full Dottle, a channel dedicated to tamping topics such as pipes, tobacco, lore, and more. I am your host, the Bearded Briarman, and without further ado, let's get lit. Welcome back everyone, and on this episode of Full Dottle, I'm going to be showing you how I clean my pipe after every smoke, as well as build a cake in the process. But first, a little housekeeping. I am smoking my 7LE673 KS rusticated Roma Lucite, also known as the Friday 7LE, and in it I've got some Cornell and Dill Yorktown. When I first started in the pipe smoking hobby, one of the biggest questions that I had was regarding building a cake. There are a lot of answers out there, but eventually I settled into this one process that I think is one of the easiest processes that I have found. It helps me build a cake fast. I usually have to ream my pipes within 3 months. Every 3 months I ream my pipes. So I build a fast cake, and I do it after every smoke as I clean my pipe. I've got another camera set up here, the GoPro, so join me right now on it and I will show you what I do. Here you see my 7LE673 KS rusticated Tiger. I had smoked this just a little while ago, and in it there is still the ash at the bottom, the ash and dottle. So the first thing that I do, I take a pipe nail, the scoop end of it, I lightly scoop all of the ash and dottle from the bottom. Try not to scrape the bottom of the pipe very much, because you can actually start to weaken the bottom of the chamber, and that can cause issues of burnout later on down the road. Now you'd have to be pretty aggressive with it, but it is possible. So after I lightly scrape down the ash and the dottle that's in the bottom there, I take my fingers, I cover the bowl, I shake it to coat the inside, and then I dump the rest out. After I do that, I wrap it one time really well on the palm of my hand to get out what's left. And now, if you can see down inside of there, there's a light coating of that ash on the chamber wall of your pipe. And that's all I do for the chamber of the pipe. Then I remove the stem. I wipe it off on a paper towel. I take a Q-tip and I wet it with my own saliva. You can use distilled water if you'd like, but it doesn't bother me to put a Q-tip in my mouth. So I get it just a little moist, I put it in there, I rub it around the draft hole, and then I go in circular motion around the mortise. See all that it's removing? This is the mortise of the pipe. I wet the other end, I do it again. And then I take my pipe cleaner, I wet one end of it, I put it through the draft hole just until it enters the chamber. I rub it back and forth just a little bit while I'm rotating it, pull it out. Now used to, I would just use the other end and then throw the pipe cleaner away, but I was going through a ton of pipe cleaners. So what I found to do to save a little bit of money, I bought some of these wire cutters at my local store for crafting, and I simply go down to the point where the pipe cleaner is dirty. I clip that part off. I do it once more. I blow through the mortise and draft hole. That way it gets any of the fuzz that comes off of your pipe cleaner. I clip it one more time. The end that isn't clipped, the fresh end, I wet that, and I go through my stem. If it has trouble passing, just pull it out to the tip, bend it over just a little bit. Eventually, there you go. It'll go through. Pull that through, and you can see it gets a lot of gunk out of there. Fold it over, throw that in the trash. Blow through the stem one time. That way it gets any of the fuzz out of the stem. Put the pipe back together. And there you have it. That is all I do. While I do that, the cake starts to build because the ash builds up on the chamber walls. And generally within 3 months I have a good cake built. I have to ream it down, and that's it. So there you have it. That's an easy way to be able to clean your pipe after every smoke and make sure that the moisture is taken out, as well as build a cake on your briar pipes at the same time. A cake is a very important thing to a briar pipe. It helps to insulate the chamber and keep damage from occurring, so it's encouraged to build a cake on your briar pipes, and this is the easiest method that I have found to do so. I hope it serves you well. And that's going to do it for this episode of Full Dottle. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And until the next time we see each other, I bid you farewell and happy piping. Bye, everybody. Have you enlisted in the Full Dottle platoon yet? It's easy. Just click the subscribe button. Also, hit the bell icon to be notified as soon as I upload the next episode.